What is going on, my fly guys? Welcome as we U-turn back with part 2 of this special video. Now, the last thing I was talking about, I was still on Soul Silver, but I still remember that at school in 4th grade, this is before I had Soul Silver, my friend Lewis, after I claimed I saw Latias, he said he would get me Pokemon Emerald. And it took him a few weeks, but he finally did get me Pokemon Emerald along with my very own Game Boy Advance SP. That was my birthday present in 4th grade, and that's probably one of the best birthday presents I'll ever get. Pokemon Emerald plus Game Boy SP. Yeah. So that's how I got my Pokemon Emerald. I beat it like twice. I'm trying to think, was I given any other games? Oh yeah, I randomly got a Pokemon Yellow version. I don't remember how, but I beat it 2 years ago. And yeah, I technically beat a Gen 1 game. Pokemon Yellow, the toughest one. Gen 1 Master, Pokemon Master, you know me. Oh yeah. So, also, when I was at my friend Michael's house, this is a different Michael. This is the one that got me Sapphire. I found in his basement 2 copies of Pokemon Red. One that was perfectly fine, and one that had a torn up Charizard cover and an X on the back. So he's like, yeah, that one doesn't work, you could have it. I'm like, oh sweet. Even though it doesn't work, I'll try it still, and it worked. So I played up the Viridian Forest and I saved and turned off, but I found out what was wrong with it. It did not keep a save file. But I remember keeping the name Kim, and I had a Charmander named, what was its name? It began with T. Tiz. And then the rival's name was Diz. Yep. I'll get into that, why it's important, after what. No, I'll just get into that in a second. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Did I talk about Soul Silver? Yeah. So my trainer name was Kim Jr. Well, I'm telling you guys that now. After Kim of Red version. That's what I was gonna say. And why is that important? Well, you see, I'm a huge baseball fan, and I used to play baseball with my Pokemon characters. No lie, I was against my brother. I don't remember the exact lineup I had, but I remember Kim Jr. was leadoff. Toki, the Togetic from Soul Silver, was second. Gator Boy was number 3. Squirtle had his own theme because he was like the captain of the team. The Blastoise from Fire Red, it would go like, Squirtle. And yeah, whenever he would set up the bat, and he always hit the grand slams, if everybody was on base. I don't remember who was up after that. I really don't. I remember 8 hitter was Tiz, the Charmander. He was also the catcher. And number 9 was Kim, the pitcher. So I remember that. My brother, I don't remember his lineup. Oh yeah, Red was number 5 for me. His lineup, I just remember, had Diz and Squirtle. I don't remember anything else from that, but I swear that baseball game was so fun. We were playing in my backyard with that. Oh my god, if they made Pokemon baseball, that would be the best thing ever. Alright, now we're getting into Gen 5. So in Gen 5, I was so hyped after it so long because my friend Joey printed out some Pokemon, like the whole Pokemon roster for that Gen 5 before it came out, and I was just playing Platinum and Soul Silver at this time, so I was so hyped for this. I remember as he printed it out, I'm like, yo, are those the 2 legendary Pokemon? Pointing at Zekrom and Reshiram, he was like, yes, they are. And I was super duper excited for that because I thought Reshiram was the coolest legendary ever. Yes, Reshiram over Zekrom, you barely see that, but that was me. I was the only kid in my neighborhood that was like that, and it turns out not a lot of other people thought my way too. So I got Black on release day, and I went to Toys R Us. So Toys R Us opened like an hour after GameStop, and friend Joey went there. He was telling me all about it. He was above straight in city with getting into Team Plasma, stealing the girls' Pokemon. and going into the cave with the rock and rolls. That's where he was at the time when I was starting. And again, he got before me, and I got Pokemon White for my brother Timmy. So since we got on release date, we got the little styluses with the Reshiram and Zekrom on them, and that game is so good. I started with Pokeboo. Well, Pokeboo, the Tepe Pokeboo is its Japanese name, and I thought that sounded cool, so that's what I named it. And I remember at level 15, it learned Flame Charge. I was in the Dream Yard, and I was like, yeah. So then when I used it, I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Pokeboo, Pokeboo. And my friend Joey just looked over at me like, really? I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. He was like, yeah, you did. And I was just so embarrassed from that. He does not remember, but I remember that. I remember the weirdest things. What else? I'm only going over just some of the things that I find are important. There's a lot of other things, like in Soul Silver, Joey beating Claire. He only beat it when his Ampharos used Thunder Punch and got a crit on the Kingdra. He's like, you know how the health bar just stops, then goes a little bit more after you get a crit. That's what happened to me. I'm like, no way. And yeah, so then Black and White, we had our second tournament, and I don't remember the team I used. I'm gonna try. I know I had, well, no, hold up. So in Chargestone Cave, I came across this Tynamo, and I was like, oh, I never saw you before, I gotta catch you. So then I caught it, and I looked at it because it was so weak. I was like, you're gonna shine in the flying gym, but nope, it didn't, because it was really weak. So then I looked it up on Bulbapedia, and I saw its final evolution, Electros. I was like, oh my god, that thing looks so cool. So I found a Thunderstone right away, because I was like, I'm not dealing with you, Electric. I need myself an Electros. So yeah, I trained up an Electros. It was my first level 100. I got to level 100 when it was level 97 after like the 100th time clearing the Elite Four, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna take a break from training. I'm just gonna wander around the region. And so then I found a way to go to this strange city, which I don't even remember the name of. You took the train and got there, and they gave you like 3 rare candies, and bam. Electros is now my second Pokemon ever to get to level 100. My first one being in Platinum version. I don't remember how, but I got Money, the Kyogre. It's not mine. I have it on ORAS now, my Alpha Sapphire, and it was like level 50. I got it to level 100. So yeah. So then I had Electros level 100. I was before Pokeboo even. Pokeboo was only like level 92 because I was in love with Electros. It's like my 3rd favorite Pokemon. What else is there? Sadly, this video is going to take so long to render. It's not going to go up on Pokemon's 20th anniversary. It's going to be a little late, but whatever. And then in Black and White 2, we actually planned out our teams, me and Joey. And I was like, I'm going to get a Flygon, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that Flygon's name was Nemia. So that's why Nemia's the fly guy. Flygon himself, he wrecked the competition with his Earthquakes. I remember beating Jake because there's more competitions. Wait, before that. In Black and White, we had a competition, yeah. And let's just say that I actually have a YouTube video back on my very first channel that has 7 subscribers. I'll link it in the description. The battle I had with my friend Max in Black version. Black and White 1. So yeah. Okay, so back. So with the tournament in Black and White 2. No. You know, yeah, I'll just say it. Nemia was a beast. Everybody was afraid of Nemia because it was so good. And it was only a docile nature, so it was neutral nature. So because Jake got swept by it, he had Azumarill, I had Thunder Punch because my friend Joey had Shelmorai, the Samurott. And it's just really funny. I can still not beat it because I had Ice Beam. Yep. Yep. And I saw my friend Jake's team. He had Electivire, and Electivire's Gen 5 animation does a little jump and tried jumping over the Earthquake, but it was no good because Nemi is so good and took out. So yeah, oh yeah, so another game, instead of playing the baseball game, we had this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game outside in my backyard. Now my backyard had a little hill, well, a big hill, and there was a land up there like that stretched, well, no, it was just, I don't know how to explain it, but there were some trees and we made our little nest. I was Totodile and my partner was Togepi from Soul Silver. My friend Joey, I just remember he was a Cyndaquil. I don't remember his partner, but then there was my brother Timmy. He was a Mudkip. I don't remember his partner, but we had jobs because we took this game seriously. I know that there was a car job to take out the cars, so you could go down the hill and on the mission. There was a mission job where if it was your day as a mission, you would go on a mission. You could find Pokemon that add to your team to go on missions with you. And then there was guys that worked the station area to open up the gate to let you in and out. And the guild master for us was a Vileplume. I don't know why it was a female. It was a female Vileplume. We would just have so much fun playing that game. And yeah, we had so much fun. There was a 4 team called the Oshateers, but no one really played them. We had like our own Spinda's Cafe, and we had a really fun time playing this. We had, like, that was the game to play when we were over. We would just go in my backyard and play that. Sadly, it was ruined by my friend Max. When he joined in for the first time, he was Blaziken, his partner was Gardevoir, and he would go into a sex box. I don't know why, but after that, he just kind of ruined it for us. Like, that was like my favorite thing to do when my friend Joey came over. Go in my backyard and play that game. Alright, back to Black and White 2. Oh yeah, Black and White 1. My brother stopped playing around the 5th gym. Hold up 1 second. Okay, so, and I really wanted to play Black and White again because my friend Joey played Black and White, and I didn't want to trade over to Black and White 2, my people from Black and White, because I didn't erase until over the summer last year. And then, my brother Timmy wouldn't play it. I'm like, Timmy, can I please play it? And he's like, no. But I finally convinced him that I could, and so I played it like 15 times because I love that game so much. Gen 5 is like my second favorite gen after Gen 3, my first gen. And I actually, on my like last time playing it, I found a shiny Duosion. My friend Joey was really jealous of that because Duosion, well, Rhiannon-Quest is one of his favorite Pokemon. Jeremy, yeah. And I found a shiny one. It almost killed itself with Pain Split a few times, but phew, it didn't. So that's just another thing that Pokemon like brought to me. Shiny Pokemon, my second shiny. And then X and Y came out, and I only had a DSi, so I had to sit out in 2013 only playing Black and White 2. But then finally for my birthday I bought myself a 2DS with X. So in that time before, I would go on Max's DS and play X and Y with, like, I made my own little team. I would go through the gyms, puzzles, and say, oh, I beat you, woo! Because I was bored. Oops, sorry. And, so I remember my party, I just had a Dual Blade because Dual Blade was the schniz. Oh yeah, before X and Y came out, before anything, I was always Team Froakie. Even before Greninja. I mean, on Pokemon Showdown, when they finally like updated, and they had like Gen 6 rights, I made a full Gen 6 team. I had Aegislash, I had a Greninja, but I didn't know what Greninja was. I thought it was just its own Pokemon. So like, I added Frogadier because I wanted the evolution line of Froakie, and I only found Froakie, Frogadier. I didn't know what the last one is. I asked my friend Joey, and he told me I already had on the team Greninja. I was like, oh, no way! I knew I was Team Froakie. Alright. And so then in X and Y, when I got my copy of X, I still picked Froakie because Frokester is the shit. And yeah. and I randomly found a shiny Mienfoo, like in the after game. What after game? I was just playing the game. And yeah, I found one. And I was just so happy. Those are the 3 shinies that I remember encountering. I had Bellsprout from Soul Silver, Duosion from Black and White, and that thing, and Mienfoo from X and Y. Those are like my main series games. I'm not gonna go into much of ORAS because it was pretty much, I tried making it the same experience as my first Pokemon game, what I remembered. And Pokemon, the movies, I don't even know what to say about the movies. They are amazing. I've been going on for 15 minutes in this one. Like, Pokemon has just really changed my life. From beginning with the card game, making my way to the video game. You know what? Another thing I remember about the anime is in 5th grade they started showing the original series again, and I remember I would get home and I did not want to watch Black and White one. I would come home and open up a can of orange soda and just sitting back and watching that. I love Pokemon so much, like I don't even know how to say it. It's just changed my life. I met my friend Jason. I would not have met him without us knowing that we like Pokemon. And that came up only like 2 or 3 years ago now, I think 3 years. And like I saw him at this beach party once. I didn't know who he was. I just knew I thought he was like one of those PlayStation or Xbox people. And so then like we were just playing basketball. I saw him again at like the middle school playing. Like I'm in high school obviously, but like the middle school had like some basketball court, and I would go and just play there. And so I saw him. We're like, oh, me and my brother are like, oh, that's Jason. And I'm like, no way. We saw him in the other town. And so then I went up and talked to him. It's like, oh, hey. And so I started talking to him, and he's like, well, yo, do you play any video games? And I took a big risk. I'm like, you know what? I actually play Nintendo. He's like, no way. I'm like, we were just talking. He's like, do you play Pokemon? I'm like, yeah, a little bit, but obviously that was a little lie. But he's like, I play it too. And so yeah, that's how I met him. It's because of Pokemon. I owe some of my friends because of Pokemon. It's just a great franchise, and it brings me so many memories. I made some friends with that, and yeah, so Pokemon is just an amazing thing. There's probably countless more things I can include, but I've gone on for like 40 minutes of just talking about my experiences with Pokemon. I think that's enough, so that's why I'm splitting into 2 parts. So if there's anything more I could say, I don't know, just Pokemon is Pokemon. That it's its own unique thing. I'm even making my own Pokemon game right now with RPG Maker, and I'll be sure to show you guys some of it. I'm adding some of my own Fakemon that I've made before Black and White came out. Like, I have a whole notebook here, and I'll show it to you guys. Like, if I reach 100 subscribers on Flygon or Gator Games, whatever YouTube channel, I'll be sure to show you guys like my whole Fakemon pictures and all that. So, you know what? Just I'll see you guys later. Just stay fly.